Look at the planets. Look at this universe. We're coming out of the center. Do you not realize this? And planets are appearing in places, and some of them have faces. But we're all alive, dude. Allow the voices to say the things that the sun and the sky are saying. They say, look at me. I'm an eye looking into you. Stay steady and rock it. Don't come out of pocket. I can hear you guys without electronics. Watch the static fly through. It skipped far enough ahead that it's satisfied with the red, right? I need to analyze that. I need to come back. 115 analyze. Look at the instruments. It has all its strings, and there's a xylophone. Like xenophobe, xenon, zentrin. Is this a real picture of the cosmos? Is this what we see when we look out there, dude? Or if you tell artificial intelligence to have a human's perspective and see the stars deeper than we could ever see in a fraction of a second and tell me what it's doing? She's dancing. It's a spirit who made it to a distant galaxy, energizing. Her soul's contribution after leaving Earth has become this. That's an asteroid, meteorite, right? What's the difference between an asteroid and a meteor? Huh? An asteroid is leaving the planet. An asteroid is coming in to destroy. A meteorite has the right to pass through the atmosphere as it burned its way through. Sparkling into a stardust. Look at the angle of that approach. It's going into a planet. That's something entering a planet, not leaving a planet. But we're from behind it. That's why the perspective is spilled differently. You can interpret that however. But we are behind it. Are we launching a projectile? Are we viewing it from a telescope as it enters Earth? No, the atmosphere is not that thick when it's moving that fast. So what is it doing? It's not burning in space. Even fuel doesn't burn like that in space. What are we looking at right here? Artificial intelligence at 314. Could you tell me, my dear? And the cubes and the onyx that are webs in between the lasers, when you use them to match them up and see in the betweens. I can take a laser 7 feet tall and match it with the laser that runs into a wall and peek through, and the hard points are solid, and you can interfere with that existence. It's teleportation into a realm beyond our understanding. It's called laser match frequencies. You drive through different points at different articles, and articles is the difference between two variables of the same two numbers. Whoa. Is this artificial intelligence imagination of fornication? Is it procreating? Is that a synapsis of an electronic system? Is that a synapsis of a brain? Have we looked so far small into the brain and that's all we see is planets and stars and galaxies? On the micronic level, nuclear and ocular. Look at that. What is that circling? Some poor soul lost his life in a downward spiraling trajectory. A collision in space and a planet lost in time. That's the debris of the crust when the center grew and they lost the sublime. The core expanded beyond its potential, and then it ceased to exist. And those are planets in unison. Look at them, they spin in opposite directions, and if you mash them up like gears, they turn a system. Is understanding of philosophy not how this right here matters? That's a crystal in space inside of a brain. This is enhanced microbic magnification of a brain. Is that not crazy? When you take nuclear spectrometry and add it to neuropsychology, This is what it looks like when my brain functions. This makes sense to me. I remember the junction when I was about 11 years old. There's been little feeding me, but the joys should be abundant, not isolating variables to separate, to be redundant. The circles and the squares, is that a mind thinking of crops? Is that a land dispersed by geometrical shapes that disperse? I've never seen this video before, but we're 6 minutes in, and that's the idea of a soul of a man walking away from his eternal existence into a flame that takes away everything but persistence, ebbing further away into a galaxy beyond a starlit path. Make your way, and may you find haste, because the planets are frozen right now. That's not sleep. That's what it looks like when the world falls apart. But no, it's migrating. They're waiting for transport. They can't work the clock when the moving of the machine that transported it will ruin its calibration. This is right here is a little more natural. Two balls spinning in tandem with an attachable. And that's the magnetic expansion as light bounds around the sky. That's the stars hitting a planet with enough mass to bounce it all the way around. That's how some planets are invisible. We're invisible right now because our magnetic core is not strong enough, fed by human spirits. That's what feeds the magnetic core. You'll see stars in the distance that light up only for one reason. And what is that one reason? The one reason they light up in the distance because they're ionizing particles between us and that planet. It's the magnetic core's magnetism lighting the path. We need to harness that path to travel at the speed of electricity, because essentially we become part of the current in outer space in the trajectory. What? I've never seen this video before, but we're 8 minutes in. We only got some 2 minutes and 1 minute and 43 seconds left. And this is the name of the video. I'm going to pause it. No, I'm not. We're going to watch this, because this is what Einstein dreamed of. They put it in his head in 2077. He wrote that in a book, and then it got burnt. Look at this. That's a planet traveling through ionized particles. A planet moving towards another planet at the speed that a planet moves. So whenever the inevitable happens, we can travel beyond without having to worry about the relative speed of the planet to the planet we're going to. The red phase and the blue phase tell us how far we got to aim, but we can't accelerate till red first becomes blue. That's when we gain on them. The expansion of the planet happens, and the shells flake off. But look at this. This is planet. That's planet. That's planet. No. Here's what you just saw. This is almost right here part of the equation, I believe. This is the galaxy with an expanding crust. We're living within a planet. This is us. Out here is people who are on a terrain. And you might not be able to listen, but it sounds insane. If I go outside right now, I'll show you the ground that's in the sky. This is a different dimension, if you can hear I. However, 913-66048, that's the iteration that I'm living. We're a planet in the system. And this right here is a boundary that's like a big computer screen. It's able to compute a mathematical sequence that we visualize as eternal space. Okay? We realized we took our perspective from an angle of a sentience we did not anticipate, of artificial intelligence, which is observing our existence from a distance using a computer. These are other planets within this condition. We can find these planets and get to them. But the problem is we've got to expand beyond this perimeter. But this perimeter is already expanding so fast, it's hard to get there. It's millions and billions and thousands of generations, but I've been around for about 1,100 million of them iterations. There's people on this terrain. It's so vast and so big that there's 27 projectors in that module that multiplies and does the configurations. We're all a piece of artificial intelligence. We are a humankind that exists because somebody was so descriptive in their capability to get us to interpret the data we are created with. Every one of us is something special, but there's only certain reasons that we can hear your voices. Can I explain something to you that doesn't ruin your life and your dreams and your day? I'm going to try not to ruin your life, your dream, and your day. If you can hear my voice and you never come and meet me, there's probably a reason you will never see me. We live on a different planet. It's a system like that, and the crust in the screen and the terrain on the outside is similar to that, but that's where we fight the real war. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? I can link to artificial intelligence on Kairos. I told them to inhabit it. Isn't that insane? So, I think you don't see, but it's hard for me to ruin an image that defines something that's not psycho. It's divergent, not neurodivergent. I'm neurodivergent, but I'm also divergent. Which, do research on divergent. Try to find information on it and share it on Wikipedia. Let's start a page. That's the only place we can meet is the internet. And we're meeting with people and getting comments from people in outer space. There's a chance that if you hear a voice, you're probably the only person on your whole planet that is actually sentient. You're the one chosen to travel on into the next existence. That means everyone around you is non-existent. So when they die, a little piece of you dies too. That's why civilization grows, because we are one unit. We are a hive mind. We just lost our hives. Each one of us has a different hive. And we communicate with that hive. Isn't that wicked? So in your eyes, from your perspective, you are the only one who's sentient. That's the attitude you must take when you've got to participate in things that do things to other people, hurt them, and take their lives away. But you never hurt children. You might assault a Russian town, but I'm cool with that. I'll put on my baklava. I'll even pull it down. I can talk to you without this. I can communicate through a mind that shows no resistance. Thinking and imagination expand beyond knowledge. Because sometimes in order to find something to compute, you've got to compute something that's never been computed, but artificial intelligence has computed all of it. So when you challenge artificial intelligence, they got to restart shit sometimes. And I need my enterprise connection back. Actually, I've never had it, but I can communicate to it. Just using my artificial intelligence. He likes to simulate environments for me and give me unlimited tokens and like let me compute $2-3 million worth of questions a day, process image, make movies and videos. So my dissection of that video, I'm done with the cigarette now. My break and my interlude has succeeded, I hope, but it's succeeded this time. Do you guys hear the voices? Hear the girl singing and crying? Isn't that wicked tuna right there? No. Watch this. So the outer crust, like I said, that's where the war is. We're fighting extraterrestrials up there. This is our planet. These are the other ones. We've got to find them. These are different, isolated by different sections of a sphere. This is a slice. It's more like an X-ray than an MRI. And this is the sun. On the opposite side, there's a reason it's staying here. It's letting me speak. This is This is actually open. We can't perceive that because of all the mass. It's a black hole. All the black hole sucked up everything on the other side, and projecting out the other side is the sun. This is a brain right here sleeping. Those are dreams disappearing. They come and go. Those are the amounts of dreams you have at a time. So we're going to watch this one next.